There's a lot of dunderheads here in South Africa that say that South Africa should issue a universal basic income, which is basically a monthly payment without condition, all the same amount.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A universal basic income grant, or a UBIG, for those within the 18 to 59 year age group. And not much detail has been provided on this universal grant as yet, but the country's structural poverty and inequality still remains at the forefront.
This is a horrible idea and something we should definitely not do. And this 350 Rand SRD grant is actually a move in that direction, and we should resist the UBI, the Universal Basic Income, at all costs. And here's why it doesn't work. It becomes a high cost burden on government budgets and taxpayers. And of course, there's a reduction in workforce participation and productivity. Why work and why work hard at a job you don't like if you can just get free money, which comes from the taxpayer? But if you don't work, the tax base decreases, which means there's less money to pay all the free money. 3, of course, inflation will rise if not properly calibrated. And how do you do that exactly? Immigration pressures from neighboring countries, because everybody loves a little free money, and we already have that problem. Complex implementation across different regions of the country and jurisdictions. Many discourage skill development and education because either way you still get that free money. You're creating a population dependent on welfare. We are already there. Now they just want to increase the intensity of that idea. There's an administrative challenge in payment distribution. We already have that with the grants. There's a difficulty determining what is the optimal payment. Because if you're going to give people free money, how much should that be? Should it be 350 Rand? Should it be 1,000 Rand? Should it be 3,000 Rand? Why is it not 300,000 Rand? Wouldn't that be better for everyone, that they had more money? Do you see the obvious problems here? Of course, it suffers from a potential of abuse through identity fraud. We're already seeing that when the amount for the SRD grant is 350 Rand, with people's identities being stolen and used to get free money. What do you do with the social grant system that already exists? Obviously, you would have to close that down, or would they?
With about 17 million people we already know on social welfare grants already.
For those who are working and paying taxes, there's more incentive to avoid taxes because all your money is being given away for free to randos while you're working hard trying to earn money and paying taxes. Many of those randos, by the way, will not be getting jobs because they get their money either way. Wages for workers tend to decrease if you have a UBI because employers factor in that there is a UBI. So this person that I'm hiring, I can afford to pay them less because they're already getting free money from the government. It's like paying them twice. You're paying them with your taxes and you're paying them a salary.
We have a new course available for our boys. It's for boys between the ages of 10 and 18. It's called the Men of the Bible course, Manhood, Masculinity, and Becoming a Man. We take the boys through 12 stories of men from the Bible, pulling out negative lessons, positive lessons, and then one major lesson. We round off each lesson with notable points on doctrine and theology. We need our young men to become men.
There's a challenge in funding during economic downturns. If things go bad, people don't have skills, people don't have work, they're dependent on the government, and now the government doesn't have that much money. What happens now? There's a reduction in personal financial planning because why do you need to plan financially when every month you get free money? Every single month, the same amount. And whatever you do this month, no worries, you'll just get more free money next month. Ironically, there's also a potential brain drain. People who have the ability to achieve high rates of pay moving out of that country because they're wasting their money paying taxes to do nothings, which means the economy is not growing and opportunities are getting less. Why not move to a country that doesn't have UBI, where you can earn as much as you are able to produce with an economy that's thriving? Why not just move to a place like that? The final 2 points. There's an impact on international competitiveness. People who get free stuff aren't so willing to push forward and compete with people who are hungry to achieve from all over the world. And then there's a difficulty to adjust for regional cost differences. When all is said and done, this does not make for better people. This does not make for the sort of people that are driving a country forward. There are moral people that work hard and get up every day, because they won't. And it'll bring with it many social ills, from extensive drug taking, extensive reckless baby making, and carelessness, a do nothing, care about nothing culture. A saying, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedoms of others. Nelson Mandela. I recommend we do not do universal basic income. It corrupts good morals. It hollows out a society. It denies what a human being actually is. Human beings are made to work.
We have a new course available for our boys. It's for boys between the ages of 10 and 18. It's called the Men of the Bible course, Manhood, Masculinity, and Becoming a Man. We take the boys through 12 stories of men from the Bible, pulling out negative lessons, positive lessons, and then one major lesson. We round off each lesson with notable points on doctrine and theology. We need our young men to become men. Thank you for listening. If you dare, buy us a coffee. The link is in the description.